Good day everybody, and welcome to Kampala Road April 2019 update. And a steam theme for this update, all steam locomotives, and that is specifically for a very good online friend of mine, Adi Pullen. So Adi, all the steam running is for you, mate. Thank you very much for all your help over the last 12 months, since I've known you really. Adi provides an awful lot of information about locos with no prompting, and he's a really good online mate. He's done lots for me, so this is a little bit in return. So Adi, quite a few steam locomotives in the videos running sessions today. I didn't realise I had so many, but not all of them, but some of them. See how many you can see, and let's get on with what I've been up to. The Book of Revelations has arrived in Kampala, courtesy of my uncle from Ireland. Took 2 months to get here, but it did, and I haven't been able to really put it down since it arrived. Oh ye of little faith, David, Uganda Post works every time. And this is just amazing, a real eye-opener for me. My layout is basically from my memories and watching other people's YouTube videos, not too much online research. But love books and love the way this has really brought memories flooding back, and a lot of information can be used. Just want to show you a few pictures very quickly, and this was the one that caught my eye immediately. A Class 59. I had no idea that they were running around at the same time as BR Blue locos running around, so it opens up immense opportunities for me in doing something slightly different. What I like about this book is all the photographs are dated, and this is a 1988 photograph of a rail tour special. Just underneath that photo is a evidence of BR Blue existing, 1988 again. What I loved about this photo and what I remember about British Railways, it's very difficult to see, but in the corner here are locos just laid up in a siding. And that was my unabiding memory of going through Sheffield on a train and things like that. Locos everywhere, just doing nothing. Another one that caught my eye was this. I hope it's black and white, so I hope you can make this out, but this wagon. Again, this European looking modern wagon, 1988-89, behind 237s. Again, opens up immense possibilities, so I went online and looked for something and found this. Another black and white, Class 58, many trucks. But what I liked about this photo was the undulation of the line, very difficult to see, but you can hopefully try and zoom in on that. Track is not flat, which is a welcome message for my layout, which has really taken a beating in the heat this dry season. But I was pleased to see that, as I'll demonstrate now. Another 1988 shot of a 59. I find this very intriguing because I never ever suspected that these modern looking locos would ever run on my layout, but this opens a possibility because I noticed Dapol are producing something. The problem is I can't count how many wagons are there, but there's more than 40. Big money. So I'm going to use this for reference. It's fantastic. It's got many pictures, stuff that really is an eye-opener, as I said earlier. Thank you very much again, David. And I'll use it to help me out, which I already have in one instance, which I'll explain a bit later on. I've decided on some changes, and this is one of them. This was my refueling depot. Decided to change it. It's been there for a couple of years now. Very dusty, very forlorn, not looking particularly good. This is the well-known Gauge Master engine shed you see on lots of people's layouts. So I bought that and quickly built it and thought I'd plonk it down and it'd all fit nicely, but it doesn't. So I'm going to have to dig up the track there and rearrange it so it actually fits into the shed. They're too close together. What I'm going to do, dig it all up from that point there in the right hand corner. I shall then move this point down here and then have the two roads going into the shed round this way, giving a lot more room. And it should be able to hold comfortably 3 locos without looking overcrowded, 4 locos looking a little bit crowded. But I thought that would give a nice different aspect to the end of the station. It was very open and windswept looking. With this it looks more industrial and built up. Right, one of the things I have been up to is making these gantries, light gantries. And I got this idea off Cheeky Tech, Gary. And they're not wired in yet, so on the video you'll see today they're all wonky and different angles, so apologies about that. But they're all ready to go. Very, very simple to make. Using evergreen, I think, plastic. I had great difficulty finding the lattice work, but I did in the end. I've made 3, so there's 2 doubles and 1 single. So check out Cheeky Tech, and it's a very, very good guide how to make these. Very easy, even for me. They are all a bit wonky, I'm afraid. I haven't attached them, but once they're wired in, I shall do so. Now, the debate in my mind was, do I do DCC and have them on the Z21? I've decided to go switches just for something a bit manual. See how it goes. I looked at the Pico on-on switches. They were 15 Australian dollars each, so I shied away from that, and I've got some on-on switches, toggle switches, for $2 each. So I'm going to build a small control board and have the 5 lights controlled from that. Very, very simple to make. Great stuff. In my last update I highlighted how I had been doing this depot for steam locos. So I decided to carry on in this area further down on the line leading into the depot just to finish that off, and I've started. And we'll take a look down there. So carrying on from last time, I put some more coal staiths in. Remember, these where I finished, using charcoal again to make it look like coal, I guess, to make a little yard. Haven't finished that yet. There's got to be some people. Probably make that JCB, backhoe, whatever you want to call it, a little bit dirty. Make it a bit more busy. And of course the static grass in the background. One of the things I did try, being a bit adventurous, very dangerous that for me, is changing the coal in this loco here to make it look real. That's Kestrel, which is a bit of a hybrid locomotive, and I decided to go with some charcoal and see what would happen. I don't know what that was. Okay, thank you. So this is my attempt at putting real coal in a tender, charcoal. I got some spill over on here. Not sure if it's too large. It's a mixture of small and large. It actually fell through down here as well, where the fireman shovels coal, and the glue's soaked through there as well, so it's come out quite well. But all in all, that's my first attempt. I quite like it. I may try it on another of the older locomotives, my Black 5. But yeah, it looks better than the plastic stuff, I think, anyway. One thing I have been dabbling with is lights. I'm not into lights. I'm quite happy to have a loco go around the layout without any issues. But I thought I'd give it a try. I've got two of these yard lights. They're not secured in, but they are working from my accessory power bus. And they do add atmosphere. Oops, excuse me. I have to admit, they look good. They do add atmosphere, and I'm quite pleased. So maybe that's something for the future, some more lights. There's another one just over here behind the coaling ash tower. I'll just show you. As I said, they do add atmosphere, and in the evening when it's getting dusk, that looks quite nice. A little lit up area. So yeah, something for the future. So after seeing that picture in the magazine, I went online to have a look to see what was available, and I found these. Apparently called VGA wagons. They are Bachmann, come in slightly unusual packaging. I got these second hand, I got two, and I'll show you how they come. Okay, so very quickly, just show you how these wagons come. It's a chocolate box type arrangement, as I call it. Plastic inner, you lift the lid off, try to. Then what caught my eye, these are second hand, both, I don't think they've even been out of the box looking at it. You stick these, I think they're still in there on the tape, you stick these onto the side of your wagon, speed link and rail freight on either side, and even the couplings you have to make up yourself. Maybe Bachmann were thinking we were all hard up modelers, nothing to do. But I just thought that was a bit odd. Anyway, great wagon, love them. Just want to show you this. This was free with a magazine. It's a ratio kit, it was grey, and 5 bits of plastic. The best plastic kit I've ever made. It all fitted perfectly, and there were 2 pages of instructions in the magazine on how to do it and how to weather it and paint it. And I really like it. I wish I had more. Perfect. This is what's been stalling me, this tunnel entrance. I pointed out the size difference of this on the last video update I did. Richard Swallow in Perth, Western Australia, suggested I cut off the base. I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to do that with the Dremel to get a neat job. But then track cleaning is becoming a huge issue for me. I need to do something to get away from using the track rubber. Now the reason I say that is because with the more detail coming, your hand is using the track rubber and you tend to hit things and bash things. And I do that on a regular basis, I can assure you. But the other big issue was, how do I join the 2 tunnels up? Now with track cleaning, this tunnel area will have to be removable so I can get in under here. So lift that off, I can get in. And I was wondering how to do this, and I was thinking about a brick wall between the 2. That's the only answer I could come up with, but I wasn't happy with it because I thought, well, does that really exist? Lo and behold, in my book I showed earlier, it does. And here is the example. So here's the answer. This is what I was looking for. Tunnel entrance, a straight wall. It does exist, so I can do it on mine. So that's the answer to my tunnel problem, a removable section which I can lift up. And then I can get on with the back wall there and the area in front of that back wall and really make this mainline section look something, because it hasn't done for a very long time. Okay, well I hope that gave you some idea of what I'm up to. There's a lot to do, and what I will do is over the Easter weekend I'm hoping to spend a bit of time on it and do another upload sooner than this one was to show you the progress. But in the meantime, friend Kampala Road, cheers for now.